Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I've got some more orders to fill, but before that I had Happy Mail come, and it's from Brenda Webster. She bought me several things. One is Happy Feather. So look at these cute little feathers. They're much smaller, so they will fit in more projects than the ones that I currently have, which are very, very big and fluffy. So that is cool. I'm gonna have to think of something I can put these in. Maybe that new parrot mold from Let's Resin. I don't know if I could get them to stick. But regardless, we're gonna figure something out. She also sent me some extras molds. Look at these little things. These were for the extra of the extras. So those little drips that I scrape out of the bottle, look how tiny those are. So I can make my own little teeny tiny butterflies instead of purchasing them. Then these I put usually on the ears of my little characters or on their tails or wherever. So she gave me 2 of these, and then these molds for extras, which are great because these are smaller than my extras molds. So anytime I have a little teeny bit left, she knows I don't like to waste, which is why she bought me these tiny little flower ones. So thank you so much, Brenda. So now I have all kinds of little things I could fill and put tiny little magnets on these or whatever. So I'm gonna put those right by me where some of my extras sit because I use them all the time. She also sent me these. These are stickers with, these are Christian stickers, and there's a lot of them. I don't know how many there are. It doesn't say. Regardless, I opened one up to see. Look at them all. Look at all these pages. Oh my goodness. Plenty forever. And I was curious to see if there was white behind them. So I peeled it off. And guess what? They are clear, which is great because I don't like white behind my stickers. Then it clearly looks like a sticker. So these can go on like bookmarks or, you know, anything you want to put them on. They're small enough to be on anything. These are great. Thank you so much. They are going in my sticker collection. And then I need to make a pen organizer today. Another one. Actually, I need to make 2 pen organizers today. Well, actually, I need to make 3 pen organizers today. So I ordered a pen organizer, and the next day, one comes in the mail, and I'm like, oh, great, that was fast. Next day shipping, where's my other stuff? I didn't think anything of it. The next day, my pen organizer comes in the mail with all the other stuff that I ordered. So that only means one thing. That means one of you out there in Glitterland sent me a pen organizer because I didn't order 2. I rechecked my orders. I only ordered 1, so I'm not quite sure where this one came from. So I just happen to need 3 pen organizers today. So let me find my list. The first one is going to be for Phil. And Phil happens to be Barbara's husband. And Phil is going to be getting Broncos colors, which is navy blue, orange, and white. So Phil, you're getting your own video today. Then we have one for Tina. Tina wants 3 mica powders. She wanted light purple, which this is the lightest I could find. I don't think they sell this one anymore. This is Pearl X, a medium purple, and a gray. So this is gray by Let's Resin. So those 3 are going in one. And then I'm making another one for my nail tech. So I made her trays in another video. I'm making her one. Since her favorite colors were purple, I'm pulling this one out, Purple Sapphire. I will do a light purple and combine it with a white. So we're going to marble 3 of them together. So that should be interesting. So mystery person, step up so I can thank you properly for the extra mold. So this is amazing. Watch, now that I have 3 molds and I could do 3 at a time, I probably won't get one more order for them. But let's think of something else we can do other than marbling after this video. So these 3 are going to get marbled. Maybe I will make another one for myself or something and try out something else. I need to get a little bit of tape out. So these hold 10 ounces exactly. So I'm going to mix them all separately. And we probably won't have any extras today because I know they take 10 exactly. This one, is it the same? Yeah, Yeah, they're all exactly the same. Okay, I'm gonna mix them up separate, like I said, and then we will mix the colors, vacuum chamber them, and begin.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
For the navy, I'm using Blue Blood by Eye Candy because it's as close as I have. Don't forget discount codes I have for them. For the orange, I'm using Baltic Day Lava Orange, and the white, I'm going to use Ocean White by Let's Resin. So I've already put that at the bottom of my cup so it didn't like come out in the air everywhere. And I just split it 3 ways, pretty much equally. I didn't really measure it, I just poured. And then we will get the vacuum chamber, get all these bubbles out like normal, and then pour. And I'm thinking I might do, I don't know, I might do the other 2 all at once, because it really won't hurt if it gets thick while we're waiting. It'll just marble a little bit better, but I already don't have any problems marbling these. I've done it so many times and it comes out great every time. The only thing I wasn't crazy about was the glittery one with the marbling, because it doesn't marble that well. I need to get a bigger stick. The glitter with mica powder, it kind of merged a lot. So I don't know that I would do that one again. I mean, if somebody orders it, I would do it for them, but I don't think I'm going to do it on my own. That, or you might have to wait until your resin gets really thick before you do it. That was the first time I did it, and do I need more? I think I need a little more. Just a little more. Get in there. Guess I'll stir it with that one again until it gets off my stick. Wasn't quite opaque enough, and I don't know what would happen if I poured it like that. So make sure you mix your pigment paste like really super good. It will settle and it will not cure if it's not mixed in. Now the only problem with the pigment paste, different than the mica powder not being mixed in, is it's gonna sink and not float. So you really don't know, so just do it extra good. Mica powder will float and you'll know that you need to remix it. Now the white. I hope that's navy. I mean, that's as navy as I can get without being too blue, so I know there's already black in that one, because the Blue Blood is a black and a blue kind of mixed together. So adding black to it, I don't think is going to make much of a difference. So I hope it's the right colors, Phil. And that looks good. Hopefully it's mixed in. All right, let's go get in the vacuum chamber.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright.
I'm gonna douse this with some alcohol. Squish it around everywhere. I've never gotten bubbles on the edges of this, so let's not start today, right? Hopefully. Let's see, what color do I start with? I think I'm gonna start with blue. And I've gotta be pretty quick with 3 colors. I just kind of crisscross it so I can get colors on the rim of each one. And then quick get the white out here. I don't think I'm gonna get white on the rim now, but at least it'll be marbled in there, right? And like I've said before, if you're worried about it, you could see through the sides of this one and you can see the marbling going on. And you can change and adjust if you need to. I used pigment, mostly pigment paste for him because I didn't think he really wanted shimmer shine, but you never know. You're going to get a little bit of shimmer shine from this blue. And I was going to mix the other two up together, but because they take 10 exactly each, and I don't know that I would be able to split them perfectly, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to cut corners. And we're almost done. I put them on paper towels so you could slide them out of the way. Let's just scrape them all out now. The orange. And then we'll do the white. The back might come out looking pretty cool. And the blue. Like I said, it takes every drop of the 10. And you still have a little edge to trim with it all, so it's not like exact, but if you made 11, you'd pretty much have an entire ounce left over. So let's just give that a little swirly swirl, spritz it, and move it out of the way. So until I got these molds, I thought I was scraping my cups pretty good. Look what I got out of that. So each butterfly took 2 drips. So I have filled half a thing already. So I put the other one out here because I'll probably be able to fill it with all the rest of the drips from here. So that was pretty cool, Brenda. Who would have thought they had molds that little? For Tina's, let's see. I'm going to use Pearl X Reflex Violet for her medium. And she specifically asked for 3 mica powders. And I don't know if I've done 3 mica powders before. Usually I add a pigment. So we'll see how this one works. This is Unicone Art. I don't think this one's available anymore, but it's called Lavender. And then Gray by Let's Resin. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad resin wasn't in there. Wow. Okay, let's start with that and see what we got here. Just want to make sure my sides are scraped. And I just try to pour it in as evenly as possible. Unless you're trying for like more of one color than the other, then split it however you want to split it. I think we'll do less gray. I don't know if that one will take over or not. And I hope there's a good enough differentiation between these 2 purples. Dark and light purple would have been easier, but medium purple and light purple are going to be pretty close together. I do wipe out my cup between mixing before I start the next order because I do not want anything hindering, even if it's the tiniest bit, I don't want it hindering my measurements. So this is going to be the medium purple. And I'll put it through the vacuum chamber. You don't need to sit through that again if you don't want to. You know what it looks like. I always like putting that in there for the newer people to know what to expect when they get into this craft. And this is the light purple, which I don't get to use my purples very often because I tend to always pick blue. You guys who watch me on a daily basis know that's true. And looking at fills from the side, it looks really good. It marbled really nice. It's not going to turn brown or anything. I know a lot of you get nervous that my colors are going to mix and go crazy, but in here, they don't. They just marble nicely. And then this is the gray. Just got to get down in those little edges of this cup. I wonder if I should lighten that. You know what? It's kind of dark gray. I'm going to lighten it a little bit to go with those purples because it almost looks charcoal black. I'm going to add a little bit of white pigment paste to that. Make it a little bit lighter of a gray. She didn't say what shade. I think that's better. That looks prettier with the purples. And this one wasn't mixed good enough because the mica powder was floating. And this one has mica powder floating. That's what you don't want to happen. You will see that on your finished piece and it will not look good. So after you're done mixing, if you don't have a vacuum chamber, then let it sit on your table for a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, degassing before you start pouring, and then you'll know if anything's unmixed. This one looks good. All right, I will be right back. Spritz number 2. Hopefully there's a good enough color difference. Or maybe she didn't really want that much of a color difference. I don't know. So maybe I shouldn't hope there's a big color difference. I'm not sure what she was going for. Maybe she was trying to match something somewhere. There's a piece of glitter in here. Okay, let's start. Let me get my sticks out. And swipe them off. I want to be able to grab them quickly without messing around with a stick. And then we'll try to get a couple more little tiny butterflies out of here. Okay, let's start with the dark. The gray. And then the light. And if I can remember that, that would be cool. So the dark, the gray, the light. This one's hard to tell from the side. Really hard to tell because the colors are so similar. They're not like bright like that orange and white and blue. Did I do it the right order? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't really matter. Dark. Yeah, I can't tell. That makes me nervous that I can't see it. I mean, I know they're not going to mix together because they never have before. Let's scrape. And I literally scraped this cup like crazy on the last one, and I still ended up with drips enough to make those little butterflies. Let's do this one. And the gray. Yet again, maybe she doesn't want too much of a color variation. Which is almost what I'm hoping right now. Okay, I scraped the best that I could. Let's just swirl that around. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I'll show you those little butterflies. Let me spritz it real quick. That one doesn't really need it. I'm gonna go over there. Yeah, it's really, really hard to see on the side. Oh goodness, now I'm really nervous. Okay, let's show you just like literally 2 drops, which is pretty much all I'm gonna get out of this. 1, and if you put a 3rd drop in, you gotta take it out because it's way too much. I'll try to find the link. I don't know if I can. 2 drops. And then save them for your little characters. 2. So talk about no waste. This is literally no waste. I need one more, half a drop. That one. Whoop, see, that's a little bit too high. Let's see if we can get some purples. For the high ones like this, I just dipped my tool in just to take a little bit out. And I'm trying to keep the silicone super duper clean because trimming that would be impossible. Let's try to get a light purple. Whoops. That was one big drop, which was too much. Look at that, I already filled one up. Two drops, that was 2 big drops. Don't want to overfill these. Let's do trying to be so careful. Look at how many you can get with your extras. You had no idea. This would have been in the garbage any other day. Whoops, way too much. Whoops. Oh, I hate these stupid things. I love these things and I hate these things because they pop out all the time. And then they're like garbage. Come on, stay in there for me. I like them to work with them when they work, and then when they don't work, I don't like them. One more drop. Okay, I'll finish the other one and get the other resin mixed up. I pulled out a different light purple for this one, since she's not that particular. This is by Isotyo, I think. It's called Pale Purple. So let's try this one instead of using the same one we just did. Let's change it up a little bit. I'm gonna make sure to put enough in this time. And then for the darker purple, I picked Purple Sapphire by Resin Art. Look at that beautiful purple. That's gorgeous. And then I'll use the same white pigment, but I like to put that pigment paste in after. So I'm just gonna do the same thing and split it 3 ways. I'm anxious to see the 3 different mica powders, if we're gonna see all 3 colors pretty clearly. Because if that's the case, then instead of using my white pigment paste all the time for a white, I think I might use like a crystal white mica powder in its place in the future. I do like the white dropping though in the pigment paste to be a little bit different than the rest of it instead of swirling together with everything else. So let's get these mixed. That's a pretty pinkish purple. I also have another order. I have several orders. So I need to do some more tomorrow so I can mail them out together. Barbara ordered my new crystal heart trinket tray. So we need to get that done so they could get mailed together with Phil's thing. And one of those beautiful 5-compartment crystal diamond trays is also ordered in a black and a brown. That should be pretty. Oh, look at that color. Wow. This is definitely 100% going to stain my brand new molds. No doubt about it in my mind at all. Okay, let's get the white. Maybe I can just add a little bit of sparkle dust to this white. Maybe that'll change it up a little bit. Not sure. You could try it. I don't know that you'll see it. This is too opaque. I'm not even gonna bother. Now that I think about it, it's just gonna eat it all up. All right, vacuum chamber we come. Spritz number 3. All right, what should we start with? We're gonna start with dark, white, and light. There goes this mold. Dark, white, and light. Whoops. Now, if you want more intricate patterns, just drizzle a little bit at a time. If you want larger patterns, then drizzle a lot more at a time. That's what I'm finding is happening. And I kind of like the intricate patterns. That's why I don't do too much at a time. I do more layers than I do dumping. But if you want like large swirls, then definitely use a lot more during each pour. That's what I did on the very first ones that I made. I just puddled it really. And then I did it this way and I liked this one. So it's all really personal preference, that's all. Time to scrape. Now this one I can see much better through. I'm still worried about that gray and purple one. Can't see it. I don't know what's happening in there. Let's do this one.
What you doing?
Playing. Oh man, I must have mixed up extra. Which I think I did because I mismeasured. So,
Let's get some shells.
no, I'm going to use these new ones I just got in Happy Mail. Here's little flowers.
Oh, Happy Mail.
I mismeasured, so I went a little high.
You ever wonder why it's male and not female? What's the deal with that? Happy.
The spelling.
Oh, okay. What are you using them little things for?
That was in Happy Mail.
I know, but what would you use them for? They're so little.
I put them on my characters' faces. Okay, spray these because they are so intricate. Yeah, I went just above the, I guess I have less than I thought I did. I went just above the 5-ounce line when I was mixing it, so I had to go above the 10-ounce line. That's why I have extra. So I'm only gonna get one of those. I'll probably get a butterfly though. I'm gonna try to dome that. Yeah, I'm sure I can get 2 drips out of this. but it's definitely going to stain the mold. I know it is. We'll get 3 butterflies. Okay, and I have a lot more of this one than the other. Whoop! Too much. Too much. These are small, but they're great little magnets for your refrigerator. Let's do this one. I wonder if, no, this color won't stain my mold. That one, I'm gonna have to take some out of them. Couple of them are really, really high. That one, and probably one little one. Not that they're not all little. So get yourself some tiny little molds like this and you will not waste one drip of resin, I'm telling you. All right, I'm gonna mess around with undoming them and see ya on demold. The pen organizers are demolded, but we'll go over that in a minute because there's a few things I need to show you. But let's do these extras first and see how these new molds did. And see how cute they are. Look at how cute they are. They just need the tiniest little magnet, and I just happen to have gotten some in today with the order that came with my pen organizer. So that's hilarious that I ordered the tiny, tiny little magnets because I ran out of them. So I can like brush in another little color to contrast, like dry brush or something. So it's not just one color. But these are very cute. Very cute. I'll do this something in the center. And this one, oh, wait till you see my mold, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Those are those. And here are the cute little butterflies. Let's check them out. Oh, look at how small they are. So if you get this mold, this is how big they are. They're like 1/4 the size of my fingertip. So I'm just gonna unmold all of these and put them in a jar, I guess, until I need them. Or put them with the other little tiny butterflies. Look at that, so pretty. So I have them in all different colors, and if you can drip one drip on one side and another color drip on the other side, and you'll have a two-toned butterfly. So I'm just gonna pop all these out real quick and show you. Look at that pretty blue. I love that blue blood. Orange. This one is kind of orangey white. I scraped a little bit with orange on my stick. All right, let me get these out and moved aside because we have bigger things to tackle right now. All right, where do I begin? Let's begin with the first one I did, which was fills. And do you all remember when I said, make sure you stir your pigment paste right because it will sink and it will not cure. Would you like the perfect example? Unfortunately, it's on the guy's one right here. This was uncured pigment paste, so I wiped it all out with alcohol, got it all cleaned up, and I put black marker in it, but because this is not black, it's a brown that mixed together, I cannot match it. So, dilemma. I'm not sure what to do. I could report, of course I could report, but I do want to save it. And I'm going to try to save it. Regardless, what do you think of the marbling? I think it looks really good. The orange kind of stayed put, except a couple little places. It did mix with the blue and got a little bit of brown. But for the most part, the white and the orange and the blue stayed separated. So I love it. I love it. I love it, but I'm not happy with that. Had this been one of the girls, I could have stoned all around it. But it's giving me a run for my money because it's a guy's. So now I got to come up with a solution. So the second one for Tina. Here are the 3 subtle colors. They marbled really pretty. So here's the light purple, the dark purple, well, medium purple, and the gray. So we have this one, and it looks really good. I have 0 problems with this one. She didn't say anything about blinging hers up, so I'm not going to do that. I've already trimmed all the bottoms. So this one is perfect as it is. I'm happy with it. I hope you're happy with it, Tina. Of course, I always send pictures before I mail them off. For the next one, remember I said it's going to stain my mold? And every time I use that color, that specific brand with that color, it does the same thing. So I knew it was going to stain the mold and it shouldn't go to the next piece. However, what I don't like about that color is it does it to my pieces, and I completely forgot that it dots the bottoms of my pieces. It's just a really heavy pigment, and every time I use that one, it does the same thing. Thank God it's the bottom, and everything will be in there. And thank God this one is for Lynn, because she's not going to mind me blinging up her edge. So I can cover this edge. But in the meantime, here's the colors. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And the white actually got pearlescent. Somehow, some way, the white pigment got pearlized. Oh, no, you know what that is? That's the light purple. Really, really light purple, I guess, mixed with the white. But here's the marbling on hers. So super disappointed again. And I don't use that color very often for me to remember that that's going to happen. So thank God I'm going to be, I already plan on putting stones on it. So when I undid it, I was like, oh my gosh, thank God I'm putting stones on it. So I don't know. I don't think I would ever order that particular color again. I like their products. I don't even know if she's in business anymore. She told me last year she was going out of business, but her website is still up. So I really don't know. I'm not an affiliate with them, so I don't know what's going on with them. But if they are, I would not order this color unless I'm doing it wrong and she sees this video. Please let me know. But every time I use that particular color, I get the same exact result. So I'm going to put you on a little bit of fast forward. I'm not going to make you watch this. Some people complain they don't like the music on my fast forwards. I'm sorry, guys. I love the new music and 90% of you guys like it too. But if I was to keep you here doing this in real time, it literally takes me an hour or 2 hours, depending on what I'm doing. I can't talk that long to a phone. So mute it if you don't like the music, but here it comes. I will be right back.
A spark in his resin pen vibe. Bronco colors, orange and blue collide. Limbs in the corner with purple and white, shining so loud it could light up the night. Glitz and glitter, it's a resin parade. Colors so wild they'll never fade. Pen organizers with the dash of flair, Phil and Tina style everywhere. Tina's got purple, a hint of gray, mixing her magic in a subtle display. Phil's all bold, he's a Bronco dream, while Lynn's in her lavender regal queen. Glitz and glitter, it's a resin parade.
This is what I came up with for the flowers. I just used a silver chrome pen, and I just highlighted the petals and stuck a teeny tiny little magnet on the back of each of them. So I just did them according to whatever I felt. They had some engraved little parts, and then I did the centers of each one. So they're really cute. They're super tiny. And that one. Didn't do anything to the butterflies. However, if you have no shaky hands, I don't even know if I could do it, but you could probably put like a tiny little rhinestone right in the center for the body. But I didn't even try because that's a lot of work. All right, so for Lynn's, what do you think of that? I think it's gorgeous. I did every other one rhinestone and pearl because I could not decide if I wanted the pearls or if I wanted the rhinestones. And then I'm like, well, why not do both? So that's what I did to hers. So it covers up all those spots that ended up on the bottom, which is the top. But I think it's pretty. I think she'll like it. I'm actually going there tomorrow because I keep breaking nails this week. So I'm getting my nails done sooner than normal. And then, what about this one? I don't know if they're going to like it. It's all I can come up with that was kind of like male-ish. Don's like, I'll take it if he doesn't want it, so that's good. So if she wants another one made, no problem. I will do another one off camera this same exact way, minus all the little stones. But that's all I had, guys. I had those white stones. I also had these kinds of stones, which were all different colors, but I figured if they do like it, I wanted to stay in the Broncos color family. So that's what I came up with that. What are your thoughts? What would you have done? Because you guys have the best ideas as well. For a male in these colors, how would you have fixed it? I didn't want to just shove a butterfly on there. Obviously, I don't think he would want a butterfly. That would probably get knocked off right away. So once these dry, I'm gonna go underneath really carefully with just a little bit more glue. I think they'll be fine. They're not dry yet, but I'm pretty sure that glue that I use is really strong, so it should hold. But like I said, this might end up being Don's, and I will do fill another one. Either way, guys, it doesn't make a difference to me. Let me get you guys some good pictures so you can see everything up close, and you can pause it as you please. And I will be back tomorrow with another video and more orders to fill. I hope you have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart.